It's a time to fulfill the promise. So by the end of this session, I'm sure you'll be updated with a lot of new information, and you'll come to know more about Apna MBA, and most importantly, you will come to know more about the best possible choices of the MBA colleges options available for you, right? Uh, so around 500 students have registered in the process for this registration for this webinar process, and Apna MBA is conducting this webinar kind of thing for the first time, but we have been in the industry for a long time, for 9 to 10 years, and right now we are in the industry into this MBA colleges counseling and all. So I'll give you a brief introduction about myself, about the company, about our values and our mission, and what we are committed for. So I think it's 5:03 and students are joining in. So continuously the students are joining in. So let's have a couple of more minutes of interaction, and then officially we'll get started. It's really good to stay till the end of this webinar, right? In this webinar, I'm going to share some very important information, and all the information is going to be extremely important for you. Whenever we take career choices, whenever we make career choices, it's always good to be updated with the most genuine information available. We should be updated so that we can take the right action. When your career is concerned, the information is going to be one of the most important factor, right? So stay till the end of this webinar, and we'll gel, and we'll take a lot of questions at the end. I'm sure many questions are going to come up, and I'll try to address as many questions at the end. So stay till the end. So since the participants are continuously increasing and it has crossed 50 right now. So
yeah, so we have 50 students right now.
Right. So 50 students are there, and we value everyone's time, and we understand that on this Sunday evening, you have taken out the time to come and attend this webinar to upgrade yourself, to become more knowledgeable. And by the end of this 1 hour, you'll feel happy that you attended this session, right? So, okay, since it's 5:05, we'll not delay and we'll get started. Right, Sneha?
Okay. Good to go. I mean,
yeah. Good to go. So, welcome everyone to apnamba.com's webinar. I'm Praveen Agarwal. I'm the CEO at apnamba.com. We started this organization around 9 years back, and the intention of starting this organization was to help the MBA aspirants select the right MBA college, because after graduation, selecting the right MBA college is one of the most important decisions which you are going to make. When I was a graduate, I did my engineering from MIT Pune. MIT is one of the prestigious institutions in Pune. I did electronics telecommunication, and then after that I worked for 2-3 years, and then I went to go for MBA program from one of the business schools in Calcutta. After I completed, I realized as a graduate, we are overloaded with so much of information, and not every time all the information is correct. So generally we make the information, we collect the information, and we take decisions based on whatever is available to us, and not every time that information is correct. So we may make wrong mistakes. After graduation, selecting the right MBA college is extremely important, because once you go for an MBA program, and if you make a wrong choice, there is point of no return. It's your hard-earned money, it's your 2 years of investment, and then there's point of no return back. Therefore, at this point where you are standing, selecting the right MBA college is highly important. So what is Apna MBA all about? Apna MBA is a platform wherein you can apply to multiple MBA colleges by filling a single application form that's called as common application form. This common application form comes at zero cost. You don't have to pay any application cost. But once you fill a common application form, your application can be processed to multiple MBA colleges Team Apna MBA will process your application to wherever colleges you want. This is the first benefit. Second benefit, you don't have to pay application cost again and again and again to different MBA colleges. For example, if you want to apply to 5 different MBA colleges, ideally you have to pay 1,000 to 1,500 rupees for different MBA college application cost. But with apnamba.com, once you fill the common application form, you have to simply pay once to Apna MBA, and we will process your application to desired MBA colleges of your choice. This is one of the primary benefits. Once you fill the common application form, you get one of the most important services of getting information about the best MBA colleges available in your city or in the entire country as a whole. So today in this webinar, we are going to take the 10 most important things which have been communicated. Why MBA? Second, MBA versus PGDM, which is better? 100% MBA, is it a fact or a fiction? Do colleges really give 100% placement? We'll answer this. Which college is best fit for you? Means what? Not every college is meant for everyone. We'll discuss in detail. Which is the hottest specialization available in India? Yes. Top MBA colleges in Bangalore. We'll study the most important list of the top MBA colleges in Bangalore. The top MBA colleges in Pune. We'll discuss one by one. If you're having less than 50% in graduation, what are the MBA colleges available for you? And if you have not given any entrance examination, do you have a chance to step into your dream college? So we'll answer all these questions one by one. Let's get started. Why MBA? As a graduate, you are at a point wherein you're going to make a decision of making a career, correct? About 10 lakh graduates pass out every year. So are there so many jobs available? Jobs are there, but the problem is of skills. Industry ready professionals are wanted to do jobs. In India, there's never a dearth of good jobs. Remember, jobs are always there in plenty, but the problem is of getting the right skill set, the right knowledge, and the right attitude to fulfill a job position. MBA gives you exactly that. Once you go for an MBA program from a prestigious MBA college, not from anywhere, if you go for an MBA college from the top-notch institutions, then you enhance your skills, your attitude, and your knowledge, and in the process, you get a good job. So MBA is one of the most sought-after career options after graduation. The fact that you have already made a decision to go for an MBA program, let me congratulate you. Because after 2 years, you have enhanced your skill sets, your attitude, your knowledge, your communication skills, your convincing skills, your design and innovation skills. And this is going to ultimately make you industry ready and get for a job. Now, coming to the second point, MBA or PGDM. Many graduates are confused which one to select, MBA or a PGDM program. So many of you might be thinking MBA is one of the best options, and many of you might be thinking PGDM is one of the best options. So what's the difference exactly between MBA and PGDM? The difference between MBA and PGDM, let's try to find out. MBA is awarded by a university, and the MBA degree can be awarded by a private university or a state government university, correct? If it's awarded by a private university, the examples are Christ University, Alliance University, Presidency University, Jain University. These all are private universities awarding you the MBA degree. Then there are examples of state-run universities. For example, Bangalore University or a Pune University or Annamalai University or Visvesvaraya Technical University or Mysore University. These are the state government-run university MBA degrees. Third is PGDM, which is awarded by AICTE Delhi. Now, which is good, which is bad? Is nothing as good or bad. The difference is that if you go for an MBA program from a state-run university, the chances are that the curriculum is not updated. They're not updated many years. 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, in fact. So if the curriculum is not updated, you have to study the same MBA curriculum program which was designed 5 years, 10 years back. And if it is not updated, you have to read the old syllabus. And the institution has a very little role in upgrading that content of the MBA program, because as per the university syllabus, you have to read that, right? If you go for a private university MBA program, the institutions has the liberty of tweaking that program and enhancing that program by adding many value-added certification courses, which may not be allowed in the state government MBA degrees. Then in the PGDM program, the institutions have all the liberty to tweak the program, to enhance the program, so that many value-added certification programs can be added along with the PGDM. So which is good, MBA or PGDM, both are good. But if you go for a state-run university programs, chances are there it is a outdated program and you might not go through the updated syllabus. Therefore, many colleges and many agencies, many people will advise you to go for a PGDM program. But this is not a fact. If it's an MBA program from a deemed university, you have to go through the certification courses which is being awarded. If a lot of value-added programs are being awarded along with the MBA degree or the PGDM program, then it's a good course. So university or awards the MBA degree and the AICTE awards the PGDM program, right? It's a diploma, PGDM is a diploma, MBA is a degree. Both are good. Both are good. The important thing is which institution are you going to do it from? If you're going for an MBA program from a Christ University, it's a good program. It's a good program, no doubt about it. So MBA is good. If you go for a PGDM, XIME Bangalore, Xavier's Bangalore offers a PGDM program, which is AICTE approved. So it's also equally good. So which is better? Now you have to take a choice. You have to make a choice, and then you have to be ultimately selected also by the institution. So this is basically the difference between MBA and a PGDM. Do not go for an MBA or a PGDM. Both are equally good. In the industry, both are equally recognized. Select the institution. That institution selection is important, and how you are going to select the MBA institution, that we will discuss one by one. Now the third point, which we had communicated before, 100% placement is a fact or a fiction. So let's take this program. Let's take this point. 100% placement is a fact or a fiction. Let me tell you, the answer is 100% placement is definitely fact and a fiction, both. It again depends from which institution are you going to do your MBA from. If you do an MBA or a PGDM from a recognized college or a university, the placement are 100%. Yes, because till now the Indian economy was at a boom, and there were lots and lots of job opportunities. Companies are lined up to select the management graduates. Therefore, the opportunities of getting placed is almost 100%. On the other hand, there are MBA colleges who provide you MBA degree just for the sake of providing MBA degree, and they're not good at all. You have to be careful in avoiding these colleges, because in those institutions, getting 100% placement is going to be a total fiction. It's not going to be true. So again, the point comes in, selecting the right MBA college is important to get 100% placement. In this point, a very important point I want to make here, select a college which is having a limited number of seats. If you select a college, which is having 1,000 intake, what do you think are the chances of placement? If you think you select a college which is having 1,000 seats, what do you think are the chances of placement? The chances of placement decreases considerably. If you select a college which is having 120 to 180 seats, the chances of getting a good job is very, very high. There are colleges and universities, particularly in India, which is having more than 500 seats. Since it's a university, do a lot of marketing and branding. and more than 500 students are studying in that university. So in that case, getting a job becomes challenging because you have to compete with these 500 or 1000 students who are studying in that university. Second, you may not get personalized attention from the faculty members. Instead, if you select a college which is having 120 to 180 seats, the chances of getting a job is very, very high. The reason being, the management can focus on each and every individual to give you a good job, right? If you select, for example, if you talk about ICFI Business School, right? In many of the campuses, ICFI Business School is having 500 plus students and they have a big network. Now, what do you think? What are the chances that all the 500 students will get placed? The chances are there. The bottom 30% students will have a lot of difficulty in getting placement because they have to compete amongst themselves. Right? Instead, if you select a college, for example, XIMB Bangalore, and 180 students are studying, then the chance of getting placement for the 180 students is very, very high. Therefore, Apna IMB recommends to select a college based on the number of seats also. It has to be a premier institution. The number of seats has to be limited to 120 to 180. Then your chances of getting good job is quite high. Next, coming to the point, which college is best fit for you? Now, it's a very, very personalized question, and it cannot be, a general answer cannot be given to this question. Which college is best fit for you? There cannot be a general answer to it. I'll tell you, different students have different requirements. Few students say that, sir, I want a college which is having a beautiful infrastructure, and it should have this 15 to 20 acre of campus. It should have all the sports grounds, sports facilities. It should have a gym. It should have a 5-star amenity kind of the hostel facilities. And I want to live a lavish lifestyle for this 2 years period. So for these category of students, there are colleges which are 5-star category colleges. And you have to invest quite high, 12 to 15 lakh rupees, but you can get colleges. There is a second category of students who say, sir, I need nothing. I need only one thing, that is a placements. I need to suggest me a college which is having high-end placements. So for these students, there are a list of colleges which we are going to discuss in the end, when the placements are 100% and the investment is also not quite considerably high. So which college is best fit for you? It basically depends on which location you want. You want in Pune or a Bangalore or a Hyderabad. What is your budget? You have a 5 lakh budget, or you have a 3-4 lakh budget, or you say that I don't have any budget constraint. You can give me a college of 10 to 15 lakh rupees. So the category of colleges for 10 to 15 lakh is different. The category of 5 to 8 lakh rupees budget is different. And if a very low budget of 2 to 4 lakh rupees, the category is different. And we have shortlisted the best possible options in all this category, so that the primary objective being top class education in terms of the academic delivery, and second is 100% placements. So we'll discuss in detail at the end. The next point was, what is the hottest specializations available in India? So let me tell you, specialization is one thing which you are going to decide in the second year. In the first year, you are free to take 1 year classes and then take a call. Till today, marketing, finance, HR happens to be the hottest specializations, because in all the industries, in all the companies, marketing, finance, and HR positions are always there. But in the coming times, few specializations have come up really well. First is digital marketing. If you are getting attracted towards digital marketing as a specialization, please go forward for it, because there is a lot of scope in India. The entire country, there are a lot of digital agencies, a lot of companies are hiring digital marketing executives and experts. Second is communication management. This is a new specialization, communication management. The top institutions in India are offering this specialization, including this Bellinger and Mica. They're offering communication management specialization. Next is business analytics, a very, very important specialization which is in high demand. If you love to play with numbers, and if you are good in this number crunching, if you are a science graduate or engineering graduate, business analytics can be suitable to you. So you do a thorough research on business analytics and specialization. There's a lot of scope for business analytics. So marketing, finance, HR, operations, these are the most common specializations and the conventional ones. The new ones are digital marketing, business analytics, communication management, and agribusiness management. Many students do opt for agribusiness management, and many top institutions in India are providing these specializations. All the details of these specializations will send you one by one in WhatsApp so that you can read them and take a wise call. Then there's a question, the truth about the average salary. So generally, whenever we counsel students, whenever our counselors speak to students, the most important question and the first question, sir, average salary kitna hai? What is the average salary? What is the highest salary? But let me tell you, this is not the criteria of selecting an MBA college. Average salary can be a myth. Average salary, how average salary is calculated, total number of students and the total placement awarded to the student, the lowest ones and the highest ones, divided by number of students present, and they give you the average. But not every time all the students record are added into this data. So the average salary may not be the right ones always. The big figures which are mentioned in the websites of the MBA colleges as the average salary as 7 lakh rupees, 8 lakh rupees, 9 lakh rupees, 10 lakh rupees may not be correct. Okay? And the highest placement getting 18 to 20 lakh rupees, few colleges mention 18, 20, 22, 24, 25 lakh rupees. See, 2 to 4 students getting this highest salary does not matter you as such. What is important, in general, the 80% of the students get the average salary between 5 to 8 lakh. This is the reality. As a fresh MBA graduate, what practically you can expect the pay packages is between 5 lakh to 8 lakh. This is the bracket for the 80% of the students. 20% of the students, rest 20% of students, 10% get below 5 lakh and rest 10% get above 8 lakh rupees. So it's completely depend on you as a person and your skills, your knowledge, your attitude, your communication skill, your interview skills, and your body language, during the interview date, how you're performing. And these 2 years, have you really slogged? Have you really done the case studies? Are your fundamentals correct? Are your basics right? So the interviewer is very, very smart to judge you. Salary is always a matter of, your performance in these 2 years. If you are going to study hard, then let me tell you, getting 100% placement is true. No one can stop you from getting a decent pay package between 5 to 10 lakh rupees. You will 100% get it. If the institution selection is correct and if you are going to slog there, if you are going to do all the case studies, if you are going to attend the classes, and if you are going to do all the projects and assignments given by the college, then placements is 100% going to happen. But the average salary truth, which is being mentioned in many of the MBA colleges, 7 to 10 lakh rupees, may not be correct. So don't fall into the trap of the marketing gimmicks of all the colleges, branding exercises, marketing exercises from the MBA colleges. The big fat figures which are mentioned in the websites of the MBA colleges may not be correct, right? So how do you select an MBA college? How do you select the MBA college? Is it based on the average salary, highest salary, or something else? Let me tell you how to select. The most important criteria of selecting any MBA college is the list of faculties. The list of faculties who are present in that institution are going to shape your career, are going to groom you. So my suggestion to you as an MBA graduate will be, go and open the website of the MBA college and browse the list of faculties. see the experience of the faculties. How many are from the corporates? How many are industry experts? How many have worked in industry? How many have worked abroad? How many have studied abroad? All these things are going to matter, because eventually it's the faculties who are going to groom you. Okay, let's take the next point. If you're having below 50% in graduation, what are the MBA colleges available to you? Okay, we'll discuss that. There are MBA colleges where you can still get admissions. If you have not given any entrance examination, do you have a chance to step into your dream MBA college? The answer is not all the MBA colleges will accept it. But yes, there are MBA colleges which still can accept without the entrance exam scores, because they have their own entrance examinations. You can give those entrance examinations and you can get admissions into it. And 95% of the colleges want a national level entrance exam result for you to get admissions. Right. So these were the basic questions. Let us come to a point wherein we'll discuss about the list of MBA colleges in Bangalore and in Pune, right? So I think this is an important thing which you all are waiting to listen. We'll not discuss much about the top MBA colleges wherein you cannot get admission right now. If you're having more than 80 percentile in CAT, ZAT, MAT, SNAP, FMS, IFT, or NMAT, then the colleges list is totally different. The college list can be in Bangalore. First of all, I am Bangalore. Then is IISc, the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. Then is TAPME. Then is Symbiosis. Then is Narsee Monjee. Then is Ellen Wellinger. Then SDM IMD. So these are the 6-7 colleges where the cutoff in CAT, ZAT, or SNAP is quite high. If you talk about TAPME, the fees is 14.6 lakh. The placement average is around 11.3 lakh. The number of seats are 480. It's a good institution, but the cutoff is also 80 plus. If you talk about Symbiosis Bangalore, it gives the fees is around 14.5 lakh. The average placement is 10 lakh rupees. And about 200 seats are there at Symbiosis. You've got to have a high SNAP score to get in Symbiosis Bangalore. Then you talk about Narsee Monjee Bangalore, and MAT is compulsory. 16.5 lakh is the fee structure, and about 11 lakh is the average placement, and about 180 seats are there at Narsee Monjee. If you talk to Wellinger, after the Wellinger Mumbai, the Wellinger Bangalore is also a premier institution. It gives a PGDM program with a fee structure of about 11.4 lakh rupees, and the average placement being 9 lakh rupees. Around 240 seats are there. It's a fantastic college. Then this SDM IMD Mysore is there, which gives a PGDM program with a fee structure of around 10.95 lakh rupees. The average placement being around 7 lakh rupees, and number of seats are around 180. SDM IMD Mysore. 60 above in CAT is eligible. So majorly students will not crack these colleges, because if you're having less than 70 in CAT or ZAT or SNAP, then these colleges are not options. Now we have to discuss the rest 5 colleges, correct? The reason why we are here and the reason why we are listening to this program. XIME Bangalore, it's a PGDM program, AICTE approved. The fee structure is around 14 lakh rupees. The average placement around 7 lakh rupees. The number of seats is 180 in the Bangalore campus. This admission to XIME is closed. So there's no much point of discussing about XIME Bangalore, but this is one of, it accepts MAT. So one of the premier institutions in Bangalore. Then comes Christ University, which provides a Bangalore University MBA degree. It's a deemed to be university, Christ University. The fee structure is around 8 lakh rupees. Average placement is around 6.8 lakh rupees. The total number of seats intake at Christ University is approximately 800 plus. It's not the exact figure, but approximately 800 plus. Getting admissions into the core MBA program from Christ University is quite difficult. The eligibility is 60 plus in CAT, ZAT, or even MAT, but the cutoff generally goes to 85 plus. It's about Christ University. Christ University do offer many programs Yeah, Ashish, you have raised your hand. We'll answer in a while. In 5-10 minutes, we'll cover up some more important colleges. Then we'll answer, right? Now, Christ University offers abroad programs. Please go to the website of christuniversity.in. You'll find a list of programs at Christ University. The Christ University has come up with many campuses. They have got 3 campuses in Bangalore alone. But let me tell you, aim for the main campus. They have one more campus in Lavasa, Pune. They have one more campus in Ghaziabad, which is in the Delhi NCR. My suggestion, Apna MB suggestion will be to avoid these Lavasa and the Ghaziabad one. The Bangalore campus, the main campus is the good one. If you're cracking it, good enough, good to go. If you have not applied till date, applications are still open for the 3rd round. Please go for it. The only demerit, which I think, is the number of student intake. You have to face 1,000 students and you have to face the competition. The course curriculum design is amazing. The placements are quite good. The alumni network is very, very good. The faculties, all professors, quite a rich experience. You are going to enjoy a lot, but you have to perform there. You have to be top 30% students to bag a good 8 to 10 lakh bracket package. If you remain in the bottom 20%, 30% students, then chances are that you might not get placed also, because this is applicable for all the colleges. The top 30% students will bag the highest placements. The bottom 30% students will struggle to get even a job. Therefore, your job is to be in the top 30% in any college you go. So Christ University is a definite choice of many students, particularly students from the South India, and it's a fantastic institution. If you are not cracking Christ University's main campus, then you may look for some other options. Next college which I would like to discuss will be ISME Bangalore, International School of Management Excellence. It's an excellent institution. We have been counseling for last 8-9 years, and many students have passed out from this institution in these 8-9 years. Let me tell you, the USP of this ISME is that it's truly international. The faculty is the strength of ISME. If you go to the website of ISME Bangalore, you'll please visit the faculty list. If all the faculties have either studied abroad or they worked abroad. The faculties from IITs, from IIMs, from ISBs, and from top institutions, from Texas University, the promoters, they are from like IITians, IIT Bombay and Carnegie Mellon University, from Wharton Business School, from top institutions, and they have a curriculum which is similar to IIM Bangalore. If you see the yeah, Akash will answer your question. We'll start the question answer round in next 5-10 minutes. We'll answer one by one, everyone. So ISME Bangalore is a premier institution. The fees is around 7.98 lakh rupees. The average placement is around 6 lakh rupees, and the number of seats is 120. Now this is another big advantage, 120 seats only. So there is one-to-one focus on each and every student, and therefore the chance of getting a top-notch placement in MNC is very, very high. Yeah, the next institution, the top institution in Bangalore is IFIM. The PGDM program of IFIM is quite famous in India. It's a premier institution. The fee structure is the demerit. It's 16 lakh rupees program for the PGDM one, which is quite high. So not everyone can afford it, but those who can afford the 16 lakh program, IFIM's PGDM program is a premier program and offered in Bangalore. I've visited these colleges. I've gone there. Our many students are studying at IFIM, at ISME, at Christ University, at Xavier's, at SDM IMD, and we are continuously taking feedback from the students of these institutions. And when we are sharing feedback or of any particular college, please understand we are not collecting feedback from the website alone. We are collecting feedback from the hundreds of students who are studying in all these different colleges. In last 8 to 9 years, I think few hundreds of students have passed out, and our team is in touch with the students. So when we are giving you a feedback of any institution of XIME or a Christ or a ISME or a IFIM or a SGM IMD, the feedback is coming directly from the students to us, and the feedback we are sharing to you. If you want to collect a feedback of any of these institutions in Bangalore, then you must do one thing. Go to Facebook, find out students who are currently studying in this institution, send them a friend request, connect them in Facebook, or send them a message and ask a feedback. These students may connect you and share you the first-hand feedback. So the feedback which you collect from the students who are currently studying in any of these MBA colleges are going to give you the genuine feedback. Do not listen to any of the agencies, any of the organizations, any of the people calling you. Do not listen to what your dad's feedback, uncle's feedback, friend's feedback, because they themselves do not have the right feedback of this institution. The students are the one who are going to give you the right information of these institutions. Now, if it's not possible for you to collect the feedback directly from these students, you can speak to Apna MBA, because we may connect you to one of the students of these institutions to give you a right feedback from this institution. Next institution in Bangalore is Alliance University. Again, a 5-star university. If you're having a budget of 15-16 lakh rupees, if you want to study if you want to go 5-star ambience, Alliance University is a place for you, right? But yeah, ROI factor is the point. The placement average remains the same. It's between 5 lakhs to 8 lakh rupees. Because as a fresh MBA graduate, the companies do not offer very high salaries. Unless and until you are from the IIMs or the TAPME or the Symbiosis or Narsee Monjee or the Valikars, where the average salary is beyond 8 to 9 lakh rupees, between 10 to 12 lakh rupees. These institutions which we are talking about, where you all can get admissions into. These institutions average salaries between 5 to 8 lakh rupees, and Alliance University's fee structure is a demerit. At Christ University, the number of student intake is a demerit. Apart from that, institutions are very good. At IFIM, the number of student intake is 240, which is also not very high, which is quite decent one, and you can consider it. Then one more institution which we really like it is Kirloskar. Kirloskar Institute of Advanced Management Studies, which is Harihar, and one campus in Pune as well. It's a fantastic institution. It's a residential campus, and Harihar is right about 5 hours journey from Bangalore. The fee structure is around 10.75 lakh, including the residential, hostel, and fooding and everything. The average placement is around 6 lakh rupees. So, considering if you are a guy who do not want to study in a metro, who want to go in a good cozy environment wherein the infrastructure is good, but you are cut from the city. If you want a good professional course from an institution which is not in Bangalore, then Harihar can be a place, and Kirloskar is one of them. So these are the institutions in Bangalore. Now my suggestion to you, if at all you want to go for an MBA or a PhD program, do not compromise on your MBA education. And do not compromise on your college selection. Go for the best. Select the best premier institution possible. Do not go anything less than this. Because these are the institutions for which we can take the guarantee that 100% placements are going to happen. And you are going to end up with an amazing journey of 2 years in terms of the academic curriculum and in terms of final placements. Now let's discuss about some of the colleges in Pune. A very important thing. I think the webinars, very important point we have reached. In Pune, first comes the Pune University MBA, Pumba. You require 90 plus in MSCT, and to get into is still higher. But the fee structure is very, very less. It's less than 2 lakh rupees, and the average placement is also quite high. Then comes Symbiosis. Symbiosis has approximately 16 different campuses. One in Bangalore, one in Nasik, one in Nagpur, and rest 10, 12 all in Pune. All the campuses are good. You need to have a good SNAP score to crack the Symbiosis. The major one being this SIBM's Symbiosis Pune. The fee structure is 17.26 lakh rupees. Next college in Pune is NIA, National Insurance Academy, which gives a PGDM program. The course fee is around 9.4 lakh rupees. And the placement is also in the tune of 9 lakh rupees. Number of seats intake is 120. And you got to have 75 in CAT, or it takes CAT, CMAT, CAT, CMAT. And next college is NIBM, National Institute of Banking Management. It's a PGDM program with a fee structure of 7 lakh rupees, average placement is 7.5 lakh rupees. Number of seat intake 120. And it takes CAT and CMAT and ACMA as well. The cutoff is about 80. So these institutions are the ones where the seats of 120 gets filled up very, very fast. And getting admissions to these institutions are very tough. So let's not discuss much about this, because these are the premier ones. If you're cracking these institutions, nothing like it. Now comes to those colleges wherein you all have a chance. First being Balaji Pune. So many students ask about this Sri Balaji University. Fantastic university. It offers MBA program. Till last year it was offering, last to last year it was offering PGDM program. The average, the fees is 8.45 lakh. The average is around 6 lakh rupees. It has got 4 campuses, BIMM the main one. The number of total student intake is approximately 900 to 1000. That's the only demerit which I will talk about. And if you want to go for the Balaji Pune, go for the main campus, BIMM campus. BIMM is indeed a fantastic one. If you're cracking the BIMM, have you got the result, please go ahead and join it. The next premium institution in Pune is Lexicon Mile. Amazing college, because we have been counseling for last I think 5-6 years, and students are passing out every year with a fantastic review. And last year around 20 plus students have joined to Lexicon Mile. The PGDM program comes at a cost of 8.15 lakh rupees. The average placement is 7 lakh plus 7.5 lakh rupees. And it also has a global MBA program where the fee structure is about 13 lakh rupees. The good thing about Lexicon Mile is that, which no other institution in India is giving, it gives a 10-month of internship. Generally, other colleges give 2 months to 6 months of internship, but Lexicon Mile is giving a 10 months of internship. It means that by the time you pass out after 2 years, you are already about 1 year of experienced candidate. And therefore, the average placement of Lexicon Mile has got quite high. If you want to collect the feedback, please visit Lexicon Mile's website. The infrastructure is beautiful. They have got a good sports ground, and the feedback of the students is really good, particularly in terms of the feedback of the faculty members. The course curriculum designed in such a way that students are really getting benefited. Then comes Dr. D.Y. Patil Business School. It's a standalone business school in Wakad. Another premier institution in Pune, wherein many of our students are studying and sharing good feedback. The average placement again is around 7 lakh rupees. The fees is also 7.5 lakh rupees. It's a very good institution. The USP of this D.Y. Patil Business School is that right from the first semester, you study your specialization programs. Yeah, if you have fixed in your mind which specialization you want to go for, right from the first semester, you can start at D.Y. Patil Business School. Then there's ISBNM Pune, which many students go for this. Again, this is a premier institution in Pune with a fee structure of, I think total investment comes on 14 to 15 lakh rupees, including the hostel and the fooding and everything. The average placement is around 7 lakh rupees. And the main campus in Nanded, the second campus in Mulshi. Try to avoid the other one. The main campus is a good one and can be considered definitely. Then comes MIT Pune, where I did my engineering from long back. A good institution in Pune. The only disadvantage is that too many students. I think too many students. So again, the same thing. The problem is you have to give a strong competition amongst your friend circle. So if 1,000 students are competing for the jobs, then chances of getting a good job becomes lesser. If you ask me, this Kirloskar, this D.Y. Patil, this Lexicon Mile, and the ISBNM, so these institutions are having limited students. So if you're cracking any of these institutions with a lesser number of student intake, chances of getting job is very, very, very high. Yeah, so these are some of the colleges in Bangalore and Pune. We had a lot of other things to be discussed. I think many students have raised many questions, many students have raised hand. So this is the basics of from Apna MBA from my side, and
Sir,
we'll
I'm
be very
opening
happy.
up the chat box right now. Let's take few of the questions because students are
Please,
trying to put the questions actually. So,
please do that.
yeah,
So
hi
let's take
everyone. You can
questions.
just put your questions over here so that we can take a call accordingly and answer you back one by one.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. Hi Rohan. Yeah, please, everyone, put your queries together. Jani is asking list of MBA colleges in Gujarat.
Okay. Okay, Johnny. Gujarat means Ahmedabad. Uh, in Ahmedabad, around 20 plus colleges are there, and not all colleges are good, definitely. So what I mean, MICA is the premier one. So if you would have got through MICA, nothing like it. After that comes two institutions are there. One is United World School of Business, one is Shanti Business School, and one is Victoria University. These three options we would like to give you in Ahmedabad. Yeah.
So next questions we are from like Vaishnavi. Can you please tell me which is better, ISBM or Balaji?
Okay, Balaji.
Thank you, sir. Again,
But the
Rohan is
main
asking,
campus.
can you
But the
please?
main campus, BIMM1.
Right.
Yeah.
Next question is from Rohan. See, he is asking, like, can you please talk about the B schools in Hyderabad?
Yeah, why not? See, what we can do, a small answer here won't actually fulfill your requirement. We need to have a long interaction because the exact requirement of yours has to be understood.
True.
What is the budget? First thing, you want an MBA or a PhD program. Then what entrance scores have you given? With what scores have you got? What is your graduation percentage? Based on that, we can give you the exact college which is best suitable for you. Now, in Hyderabad's number one college being, I think ICFI Hyderabad is very famous. The fee structure is about 16 lakh rupees. So ROI factor, there's an issue with the ROI factor. Second is Voxen Business School Hyderabad. The fee structure is between 14 to 15 lakh rupees after the scholarships. It's a beautiful college with a high-end placements. Voxen Business School Hyderabad. If you're having a low budget, Vigyana Jyoti and SSIM. VGIM and SSIM are the two colleges which are offering the PGDM programs. VGIM is offering AIU and AICT approved program. So many students like that. 180 students seats are there, and almost seats are filled up with VGIM. At SSIM, another 240 seats are there. It's a AICT approved program. Even one of my cousin also passed out from SSIM. The feedback is very good. The fee structure is about 6 to 7 lakh rupees at SSIM. It's a decent college. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the answer. Saloni is asking, what are the colleges which can be taken this year after MAT?
Yeah. Please connect us. Please, Saloni, connect to our team member one-to-one, and we can discuss over this video call one-to-one, because again, every college selection is a personalized one. There cannot be a common answer to everyone. There cannot be common answer, a common college to everyone. So, what are the colleges which you can opt for if you are having a budget? If you're having a budget, good budget, since the exam is closed, please apply for the Christ University and ISME if you want in Bangalore. ISME is a premier institution. If you get through ISME, nothing like it. For last 8-9 years, our students are passing out, and not a single year any single student has given a single complaint. They are very, very happy. Please visit our YouTube channels for the feedback of the students. Currently also around 20 students are studying in first year and second year. Feedback is really good. ISME Bangalore can be a choice if you're looking for Bangalore. So if you're looking for any other location, so what we can do, Sneha, we can connect these students one-to-one in WhatsApp. And either you can, Sneha ma'am also is like associated with the organization for last 9 years. She is the director of a company, and she has counseled more than 1,000 students in this last 5-7 years. She has got a big experience into counseling, and I'm quite confident that if you're connecting to Sneha ma'am in WhatsApp, she will have a video call with you and will suggest you the best possible college. Dear students, please understand our objective, Apna MBA's objective is that you must not land up to any college which is below standard. The college which you are going to join has to be a premier one. If it is not a premier one, do not join it. You go for MBA once, and if you make a wrong choice, we will be really disheartened. If Apna MBA is there and you have connected us, now this becomes our responsibility to give you the best possible suggestion across India in any of the cities, right? So connect us in WhatsApp, give your detailed requirement, give your detailed requirements as in your budget, your entrance examination scores, your location preference, you want an MBA or a PGDM, and then we can come across with the best possible solution for you. Also connect your parents to us. Our counselors would speak to your parents, get the requirements, and then we will also suggest because we have found out the budget is an issue. If you're having a budget of 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, you think that I cannot get a good college. No, you can still get a good college. I'll tell you how. By getting a good study loan. Study loan, if you are taking, and it has to be a very calculated study loan. It cannot go to 15 lakh rupee study loan. You have to take 4-5 lakh study loan for 10 to 15 years. Then the monthly EMI becomes hardly 5 to 7,000 rupees, which you can easily pay from your salaries. So you do not become a burden on your parents. You will be repaying your study loan after 3 years of your MBA program. So do not compromise on your MBA program, on your college selection. Correct? So yeah.
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Samuel. He is asking about Lexicon Mile. How does Lexicon Mile finish its course curriculum in 12 months, considering they have internship for 10 months?
Very important question and a very valid question.
Right.
Basically, Lexicon Mile have tweaked the program in such a way that the 2 years curriculum will be imparted in 1 year. How? Majorly, many MBA colleges do not give education for 2 years. They give for 1.5 years only. Next 6 months, they will send you outside for internships, or they'll be sending you projects and assignments. And therefore, Lexicon Mile has decided that the 1.5 years program to be compacted and delivered in this 12 months program. First point. Second point, it's going to be a difficult journey because they're going to cover up this 18 months program into this 12 months program. So you have to really slog. Morning 6 a.m. you might have to ask to get up, until night 8 p.m., 9 p.m. you might be asked to work, to study, to go for the projects or the assignments. It's going to be a difficult journey. If you're ready for that slogging, Lexicon Mile is a place for you. Secondly, what Lexicon Mile have understood from the industry, because continuously they take feedback from the industries that what is required. Industry say that if the students have worked somewhere for 6 months to 8 months, they are somewhat ready. They're not completely fresh. And therefore, they have encapsulated the entire 18 months program into 12 months. And then 6 months, they're giving additional to work. Parallelly, you'll be asked to come to the college occasionally to give the exams.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for the answer. Next questions are from Rinku Kumari Mandal. If a student is not with good numbers, basically, so which specialization we should go for?
See, it's a very, very personalized question, which specialization to go for. See, we have to understand your requirement. You're a marketing guy or a finance guy or HR guy or operations or a supply chain or digital marketing or communication management or business analytics. There cannot be a single answer to this. It's completely dependent on what you want to do in your career, what you want to do with your life, what kind of job you want. All these specializations are totally different from one another. This answer you can get by having a one-to-one interaction with one of our counselors.
Sir, I would like to convey here, Rinku has already confirmed her admissions through apnambi.com in Lexicon Mile only. So I'll connect her and personally, on WhatsApp, and we'll have a discussions.
Yes,
so
yes.
Rinku,
Marketing, finance, and HR are the 3 most specialized are the most common specializations, and we have to understand what you want to do, where you want to work, which companies you want to work. Based on that, the answer will come to you, right?
Right, sir. Thank you so
Very
much.
good choice.
Akash is asking basically PGDM versus regular MBA. I hope Akash has already got the answers within this webinar only.
Yeah, PGDM,
Let's move
MBA,
to,
PGDM, MBA, both are good. The most important thing is which institution are you going to do it from. If Balaji
Right,
is
sir.
giving, it's an MBA program, it's too good. And if it's a PGDM program, if Lexicon Mile is giving, it's too good. Both the programs are good, MBA and PGDM. The college selection is important, please understand. But if it's from a state government university, it's from Annamalai University or a Mysore University, then you have to think. Because in that case, the program may not be updated, and it may not be as per the industry standards, and you may not get all the value added certification programs along with the normal MBA and PGDM, right?
Right, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Next questions we have from Shraddha Ray. Which college is good for business analytics?
Okay. See, these are very personalized questions. It cannot be answered just by listening to this question. Shraddha, please connect to Sneha ma'am. For business analytics, ISME Bangalore is offering a fantastic program. You just speak to the ISME college or speak to Apna MBA team. We will connect you. They have got a fantastic program for business analytics. Do not look for any other option. But again, we have to understand your budget requirement and your entrance exam scores. If your scores are low, cracking the ISME Bangalore may not be possible.
Right, sir. So I would like to give my contact number over here so that students can connect me directly. You can just simply dial 9040-500-600. It's a very easy number to remember. 9040-500-600 to get all the question answered.
Yeah. So what we can do at this
Yeah.
point, dear students, if you have these specific questions, please connect to Sneha ma'am on her WhatsApp number. The official WhatsApp number is 9040-500-600. Ask your specific questions, fill the common application form. Fill the common application form at apnamba.com website. Connect us in WhatsApp. Let's have a good 20 minutes call with each one of you. With each one of you, we will connect and try to understand the requirement first, and only then we can give you the suggestion. It's not a generalized suggestion for all. One college fit all. It's not like that. Every student is different. Every college is different because students' requirements are different, right? Yeah, please continue.
Thank you, sir. Next questions we have from Arpita. In case of my performance in MBA is extremely good, but however the UG scores are around 55 to 60. Will it affect my placements?
No, it will not affect your placements, because eventually you're not going for an IT company, right? Being a management graduate, this is a very, very big plus point that the companies who comes in, they don't see your marks. They don't see your marks. They see you. You as a person, what are your skills? What is your knowledge level? Are your basics and fundamentals clear? What is your attitude? How is your communication skill? How is your convincing skill? How is the body language? Are you confident enough? These things will be judged at any of the interviews. Marks are not important at all. Forget about the marks. Yeah.
That's true. Thank you so much, sir. Next questions we have from Alekhya. I have done my graduations in agriculture. So which specialization is best for me? It's business management or marketing?
Now, again, agribusiness management has got a lot of scope in India, but not from any institution. Because in India, many colleges have started to offer this agribusiness management, but the placements are an issue. So you have to go for this agribusiness management from one of the premier institutions in India. We have to know where are you from, what is your budget, and where can you go to. In Pune, there's a very good college. In Pune, there's a very good college particularly for agribusiness management. They send you to Israel, which is a hub for this agribusiness management, for this internship of 3 to 6 months. And it's a good program. And please connect to Sneha ma'am. She will give you the name of all the agribusiness management colleges, and then you can go for second. But you have asked, you want to go for agribusiness management specialization or marketing? Please understand, two different streams altogether. A very, very important question you've asked. These are the two different streams, agribusiness and marketing. You have to understand, if you walk, now this requires a 15 to 20 minute of conversation, right? So let's connect in WhatsApp. Let's have one-to-one answer for that.
Thank you, sir. Next questions we have from Bhushan. He's asking which college is best, Indira or Balaji? I think we are getting the personalized questions and we need to answer by connecting them on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
We need half an hour of discussions with every student.
Uh-huh.
So I'll quickly cover because so many questions are pending basically.
BIMM is the answer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm planning to do MBA from Manipal University. So what's your opinion on it? Questions from Pritam.
Okay. See, again, I guess these questions we will be only able to address one by one. I wanted to have a more general type of questions, because I have to understand what all colleges you have in option. If you have a good score and if you can crack better colleges, why not that? So let's take more generalized questions. Manipal University is a good one. You can go for it, yes. But if you have a good score, a good budget, better options are definitely available.
Right.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
We have questions from Ravindra Kumar Sahu. He's from Bhubaneswar. He has also confirmed his admissions to apnami.com and RCM Bangalore, Regional College of Management. So he's asking, could you please tell me about RCM Bangalore? Is the best B school in South?
Is not the best B school in South. See, all these things are very comparative in nature, right? I have mentioned XIME and then Crash and then Lions University and then Jain University and then President's University and then ISME. All these colleges are good, and so is RCM. So it's not about best or worst. It's about, is it a good college to go for? Now, I'll tell you something about RCM Bangalore. Regional College of Bangalore is having a USP. The USP is that if you are having a low budget and banks, if they're not ready to give you loans, then Regional College of Management has done a tie-up with State Bank of India. It's exclusive tie-up kind of thing, wherein you can get a mortgage-free loan up to 7.5 lakh rupees. Means what? Means if you give an interview and if you have the offer letter of RCM Bangalore, the fees is around 6.5 lakh rupees. Then State Bank of India, without any questions asked, it will give you up to 7.5 lakh rupees of educational loan without any collaterals. They have got some tie-ups with Regional College of Management, because in the past RCM has performed good in terms of placement. So it has got this kind of tie-up. Now, what happens with this? If you have a low budget and you cannot go to a premium institution, then RCM is an option for you. Right, with 6.5 lakh fee structure, if you can give 2 to 3 lakh rupees from your side, rest easily State Bank of India will give you a loan, and it's a good college, particularly because the academics is good, the location of RCM is also good, a good holistic environment, and
main importantly, it's providing Bangalore University MBA degree as well.
It's a good Bangalore University MBA program. It's a good college to go. It's a good college to go. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, sir. Next questions we have from Shami. He has already confirmed his admissions in Sunstone University through apnami.com only. So first of all, congratulations, Shami. And he's asking, sir, please tell me something about the Sunstone University, especially the 100% placement offer. Is it really truth or not?
Yeah. See, it's true. Sunstone University is a new concept, and we are closely watching what Sunstone University is doing and how it's performing. Last 3-4 years, we have seen Sunstone University has come up with a concept wherein you don't have to pay the fees upfront. You will be paying the fees after your placement after 2 years. Now, this is a different ball game altogether, and it's a unique concept, and we really like this concept. It's true. The students who were admitted last year to Sunstone University's I think Greater Noida campuses, they are very happy. The academics is good, the deliveries are very good, and whatever they have committed till now, they have fulfilled it. So Shami, if you have taken admission to Sunstone University, it's a good decision you have made, and 100% placement is a truth. But please remember, you have to perform. You have to be good in English. You have to be good in your communication skill, and you have to gain the skills and the knowledge. If you gain this in this next 1 year, then you will 100% get a placement. There's no doubt about it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the answer. Next questions we have from Charan Kranti. Hello, sir. This is Charan. Just now you have told Christ University is good. Students, how much we can expect lowest salary and highest salary? MBA in finance. And is there any difference in terms of placement between Christ Central Campus or other campuses?
Okay. See, Christ University's lowest placement and the highest placement, these figures are not with us. You have to check the website. All I can say, the Christ University's lowest placement you can expect around 4 lakh rupees, nothing less than that. The highest placement, it can go anywhere around 15 to 18 lakh rupees, right? But very few students get that. But yes, students do get that. In finance, you can expect somewhere between 5 to 10 lakh rupees, because the number of corporates which have done a tie-up with Christ University, the list is big. The list is big. They've got a huge tie-up with all the corporates in India. Getting a placement of between 5 to 10 lakh rupees at a Christ University is not difficult at all. I will suggest you, if you have got to Christ University, getting to finance, please try to be in the top 30% of the students to bag a package above 10 lakh rupees. If you're talking about which campus, see, in Bangalore, there'll be centralized placements. So during the placements, all the students will be coming for all the companies. And then it becomes an internal matter. The decision completely lies on this and the Christ University management to allow which students for which companies, right? So do not worry about the placements at Christ University. All you worry about is being in the top 30% of the students. You will get placed. Nothing to worry about it.
Thank you, sir. Next questions we are getting from Sukruti, and she is asking, sir, can I please suggest the best coaching institute in Bhubaneswar? Sukruti, we are not getting your point exactly.
I think she asking for best coaching center in Bhubaneswar for
entrance
CAT
examinations,
coaching, right? Well, IMS Time CL, these are the premier ones. But which is the best one between these three? You have to connect us personally. We will give you answer. We'll give you answer.
Thank you, sir. Next questions again we have from Samuel. Like, is it necessary to have engineering as a background if I have to choose business analytics as a specialization?
No, it's not necessary to have engineering as a background. What specialization you are having right now? Please ask.
Sorry, sir, I didn't get you. You mean
what which stream is he in currently?
He is in Acha. So, Samuel, could you please just type out which engineering stream you are in right now? He's writing commerce. I didn't get. Yeah.
Acha, if commerce you are having a specialization, the business you may not go for a. No, it will not be allowed. Business analytics is not allowed for commerce students.
Right.
It's for science background students or engineering students.
Right. So next questions, it's a very personalized questions from Jani again, gives the details of Ream Pune. So Shami, please connect me on WhatsApp so that we can able to provide you.
10 to 15 minutes time to explain you the details of the USPs of the colleges.
Right.
Yeah.
The next questions we have from Vishwak. Is it possible to get a good CAT score while doing a job? If yes, then please tell me something about the smart study to be done.
I'll connect you to a good organization which is run by IIM Ahmedabad guy, and he's running online classes for CAT. Please connect. We'll get you connected to that organization. Prepare well and crack CAT. While working, you can definitely crack CAT. It's a 6 months game. All it requires is a good IQ. If you're having good IQ, if you're ready to slog, cracking CAT is definitely possible. I have not cracked CAT, so I'll not be the best person to answer you that. But I can tell you, people have cracked CAT in 6 months, right? And I'll connect to the right organization.
Thank you, sir. Next questions we are from Chetan Nirvani. He has already taken admissions through apnambi.com in RCM Bangalore too. He's asking, how is RCM Bangalore, sir? Can I get 100% placement?
100% placement is guaranteed,
So
because
congratulations, Chetan.
the number of student intake is less, and our feedback of the students who are currently studying at RCM this year, last year, feedback is good. You will get 100% placement, nothing to worry about it. All you need to worry about it is your academic performance. Develop your skills, your knowledge, study hard. Getting a job, I'm telling you, is not difficult at all. And
Right.
particularly after 2 years, Indian economy is going to boom, it's going to spike up, and there will be lots and lots of jobs. Getting a job is not difficult at all in India. In India, there are thousands and thousands of companies looking for good management graduates. All you need to
Right.
focus is your skills. You enhance yourself. Getting a job of between 5 to 10 lakh is not difficult at all. Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
next questions we are receiving from Shraddha Ray again. How about Presidency University and Ramaya Institute, Bangalore?
Acha, comparison.
Yeah.
So if you want a comparison with Ramaiya Institution, Presidency University, it will take 10 to 15 minutes. You know, we have to go into detail of Ramaiya Institution and Presidency University. Both are good. I think we'll take it personally. We will take 10 minutes time to explain you the difference. Please connect to Sneha ma'am at 90404500 and let's get this answer in detail. But the choice of Ramaiya and Presidency both are good. You have to understand what exactly you want from an organization, from an institution. What exactly you want? Is it only the infrastructure part, or is it only the good academics part, or is it only the placement part, or is it a combination of all three? Do you want an organization which is nearby your home? So a lot of questions we have to ask you, and then we will tell you the difference between Ramaiya and Presidency University. But both are good organizations in Bangalore. Yes.
Then next, again, one more personalized questions we are receiving from JK Jagu. How is AIMS Bangalore and IIBS MBA program?
Okay. Again, same thing. It's same thing. Comparison, college comparison between two different organizations. This is not the best platform to do it because it requires a good 15 to 20 minutes of explanation. It cannot be a 1 minute answer to it. So, Jagu, please connect to Sneha ma'am and we will give you a detailed answer for this. And many students are studying at IIBS also. Many students are studying at the AIMS or AIMS institution also. So, we'll give you a detailed comparison between these two. Right?
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Saloni Garg. Can we attempt government examinations after PGDM program?
No, it's a diploma program. Unless and until the PGDM is AIU approved, you cannot go for government jobs. AIU approved means Association of Indian Universities. There are some of the organizations in India which are AICTE approved and AIU approved. For example, in Bangalore, IFIM is AIU approved and AICTE approved. ISME Bangalore is AICTE approved and AIU approved. So the PGDM becomes equivalent to MBA degree, and then you can go for government jobs.
Right. Thank you, sir. Next questions we are receiving from Arman Khan. Sir, when will the online classes going to start after the admission?
The online classes have already started. The online classes in majority of the MBA colleges have already started. 1 or 2 classes per week are already going on. So this COVID-19 thing we haven't discussed. Let me tell you something about this COVID-19 thing. The entire world is facing a tough time. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Economy has really gone down to less than 1%, but it's going to boom up again. It's a matter of 6 to 8 months. This was what being told as told by many of the economists, and in fact the dean sir of ISME also was mentioning the same thing. It will take 6 to 8 months for the economy to come back again. After 1 year, it's going to spike, and then the number of requirements for the MBA aspirants is going to really increase. So this is the best time to go for an MBA program. Now, so far as the online classes are concerned, now just see, this COVID-19 thing has turned out to be a blessing in disguise. What has happened? Generally, the offline classes starts from first week of September in many colleges. In many colleges starts from first week of August. But due to this COVID-19 thing, the management colleges have decided to come up with online classes. So at the comfort of your home, you can attend the classes. And many MBA colleges, if you have already enrolled for any of the MBA institutions, you have realized that 1 or 2 classes per week they have started. And probably from first week of June, they are going to increase the number of online classes.
Right. Thank you so much for the answer. Next questions I'm getting from Prakasha S. What are the skills and certifications are required for the graduate to get a good placement?
Okay.
Shall I repeat the question?
What are the skills required for a graduate to
What
get
are
a
the
good
skills and
placement?
certifications are required?
Okay. See, if you talk about skills, first and foremost and a very, very important skill is communication skill. You must know how to communicate. Your body language, your presentation skills, your eye-to-eye contact, all these things you will learn in your MBA or a PGDM college. Second, the thinking skills, the thinking ability, the convincing skills, the design skills, the entrepreneurial skills, plus the whole lot of activities which you learn in the MBA college is required to get into a job. And therefore, you are going to an MBA college to learn all these skills. You cannot learn yourself. You need a professional organization to train you, to transform you in these 2 years. And therefore, the skill set, the knowledge, the attitude, everything you will be learning in this 2 years program to transform yourself. So the whole objective of going for a professional program is to transform yourself as an individual and to become a high performer, so that tomorrow you don't have to run after jobs, the jobs run after you. If you enhance your skill sets, getting a job becomes a cakewalk. So focus on development, focus on learning, and case study based learning is one of the most important way of learning which many of the MBA colleges are taking care of.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Next questions I'm getting from Sachin. Sir, how about ITM Navi Mumbai?
Good college. It's a good college. We have been counseling for ITM now for the last 8-9 years, and many students are passing out every year. The only disadvantage is that the fee structure. The investment is 14 to 15 lakh rupees in these 2 years, and if you are not having the budget, it will really pinch your pocket. If you're having a budget, it's a good college. Particularly being in Mumbai region, it gives a lot of exposure. Major MNCs are in Mumbai. All the MNCs are headquartered in Mumbai. Getting a job after your 2 years PhD program becomes very easy to you. Second, the internships are very easy for you because you're in Mumbai, all the corporates are in Mumbai. So getting an internship in Mumbai becomes very easy. And ITM has got a case study based methodology to teach to its students. It's a good college. If you've taken admissions, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Next questions and last questions from Akash BG. Sir, I have secured 90 percentile in February Math and got a seat in Christ University Kingari campus. So should I join or apply for other institutions?
Please join.
So congratulations, first of all.
Congratulations.
Akash.
It's a good choice.
Yes.
It's a good choice. If you have got through Christ University, I will recommend one thing. Be in the top 30% at Christ University also. Because if you are in the top 30%, remember you will be able to crack the top 30% job also. In any of the institution you are there, be in the top 30% and put your best efforts in that organization. Right?
Right. So again, I'm getting 3 questions. Sachin, the student who have already asked about ITM Navi Mumbai, he is asking, I have 2 options like ITM Navi Mumbai and ISBM Pune. Which should I prefer?
ITM Navi Mumbai and ISBM Pune.
Yes, sir.
Okay, which specialization you want?
Sachin, could you please type out which specializations would you like to go for in future so that we can able to answer you back? Marketing.
Go for ITM Navi Mumbai.
So I hope, Sachin, you just got your answer from Mr. Agarwal. Next question is from Rohan Raj. Sir, how about IP Hyderabad and is it better than BIMM?
No, it's not better. The primary reason is in IP, the number of seat intake is very high. It's about 1,000, I guess. And at Apna MBA, our selection criteria of selecting a good institution is number of student intake. If the number of student intake is 1,000, you have to compete between 1,000 students to get a job. At Balaji also, including all its campuses, the number of students is around 1,000. So it's same, but the academic delivery, the faculties, the experience and exposure which you get at Balaji is way above than IPE. So Balaji's main campus, if you've got through, and even if you go to other campuses as compared to IPE, BIMM will be the best choice. There's no doubt about it.
Thank you so much, sir. Right. And I think, Samuel, you have also got your answer with this. Sir, I'm getting continuous questions from the students. So
quickly, let's take up for next 5-7 minutes, and then we can have one-to-one.
Right. I'm getting questions from Saloni Garg. I got 75 percentile in math, and I got a seat in Indus Business Academy, Bangalore. Should I go for it?
It's a good college.
Congratulations.
IBA Bangalore is a good college. Many students have passed out from IBA Bangalore, and the good thing at IBA is that the promoter chairman Manish Sir is highly focused on the academic delivery, and the placements also are quite good. It's 100% placements, average being about 5 lakh rupees. So it's a good choice if you've got admission to IBA Bangalore. Yeah.
Rohan is asking, sir, I'm not getting the main campus basically in Balaji.
So Saloni Garg has again asked, is it better than ISME, right?
Yeah.
So I think this question was from Saloni.
Right.
Is better than ISME. Okay, again, it's a college comparison. So again, please connect us. Now I'll tell you, ISME will be better. Primary reason will be the list of faculties. Please check the faculty list at ISME Bangalore's website. You will be surprised to see so many IITs and IIMs and ISBs and Texas University faculty at ISME board. You'll be surprised the IIM Bangalore methodology teaching is being conducted at ISM Bangalore. You will see the classroom, it's completely similar to IIM Bangalore. Recently, Ronnie sir also took one of the sessions, and he's from XIME. And the kind of feedback which we are getting from ISME Bangalore is super fantastic. You are going to have an enriching experience in terms of the academic delivery, and a very important aspect is that the companies which have tied up with ISME are all the top companies. I mean the Deloittes and the KPMGs and the premier MNCs have tied up. And it's not about getting a job in any company. It's about getting a decent job with a good profile in a top company, in an MNC. And ISME is a platform for that. Right? Yeah. Yes,
right,
Saloni.
Thank you so much. Next questions we are from Gurupadya Swami. Is Bennett University good for MBA as the curriculum same as Lexicon Mile?
Yes, it's a good college. Bennett University is a very premier university in North. But the two problems with Bennett University. The number of student intake is very high. First. Second, the fee structure is very high. Now, considering the ROI, you will get a much better ROI than at Lexicon Mile. Fee structure is 8.15 lakh. And the number of student intake is 180. The chances of getting a high-end job at Lexicon Mile will be higher at Lexicon Mile as compared to Bennett University. But the academic curriculum, the overall infrastructure, everything is very good at Bennett as well. So it becomes a personal choice. If you're having a big budget for Bennett, you may continue. But if you think that it's wise to save your 4-5 lakh rupees, please go with Lexicon Mile, because we are so confident about Lexicon Mile. Why? Because in last 4-5 years, every batch, every student is sharing exceptional feedback. They are so happy. If you connect to any of the student directly to any of the student to Lexicon Mile, you will see the kind of energy and enthusiasm they're having. That's amazing. And most importantly, we have seen the transformation in 6 months' time. Students join in say September. By January and February, you will see that they completely transform themselves in terms of the personality and the grooming and how they speak, how they behave, and they're jumping out of joy. So therefore, I am very confident about Lexicon Mile.
Thank you, sir. So Nikhil Bisan is asking, sir, ISME or Lexicon Mile?
Oh, I think I've also spoken to Nikhil on this. See, the
Right.
answer remains the same. The faculty pool at ISME is amazing, right? So that makes a good choice to select ISME because of the faculty pool. Since you are from Nagpur, Lexicon Mile being in Pune, it's nearby, and the feedback of Lexicon Mile is also amazing in terms of the feedback which I'm getting. I think you have made a choice of Lexicon Mile. It's a good choice to go. It's a good choice to go, particularly because the placements are quite high. It's 7.5 lakh placements, and the transformation happening in 6 months is too high. The 10-month internship is too good. So, Nikhil, you have to take a personal call on this. Uh, right? Both are equally good. Both are equally good, Nikhil.
Right. So thank you so much, sir. These all are the questions basically we
Yeah.
are having
Thank you
for
so
today's
much, everyone.
session.
You have been patient and for the entire webinar, and we have promoted this webinar a lot. So thank you for the patience, and I hope that this webinar is of some value to you, has added some kind of information and knowledge to you. We stand by our commitment of excellence in terms of the college selection to you, and we hope to connect you in future, and I hope to connect to get more of webinars in coming times. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
So before wrapping up, I have few words to say to the students. Basically, in coming times, I'll be connecting to the current students, those who have already taken admissions through apnambi.com in different MBA colleges. And I'll have a personal interaction round with the students and upload the same video in my YouTube channel so that they can
Right,
also have an idea okay, what college is giving the exact ROI, and they will be getting
right,
an exact feedback about the colleges. So I hope that will be
right,
beneficial for all the students. And if you want to connect me personally in terms of personalized counseling, most welcome. You can just save my contact number. It's 9040 and 600. Would definitely love to guide you for the top MBA colleges, what we already do for so many years. And thank you so much for your patience and participations. Looking forward to guide you in future. Thank you so much for your valuable time.
thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Take care, all of you.